Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Jennifer Etherton. I am the founder of Moonlight Mobile Notary here in Fishers, Indiana. In my last estate planning video, we discussed the importance of a last will and testament. If you missed that video, I will leave a link in the description below so you can watch it after you finish this video. This week we are continuing the estate planning series with a look at living wills and advance directives, and why it's important to have them drafted when you are young and still healthy. In some cases, it's imperative that you have them drafted even as early as in your 20s. Just to recap, living wills or advance directives are written legal instructions for your medical team outlining your preferences for medical care if you are unable to voice them yourself. In this video, we are going to be focusing on the United States. Other countries have their own set of laws regarding palliative and end-of-life care and how you can outline your instructions before you become incapacitated. As with any estate planning, having a good attorney or a good financial advisor is always the best route to make sure your living will and or advance directive is tailored to you and your situation. One of the major misconceptions is that living wills and or advance directives are only for the elderly. This couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that you need to have one drawn up while you are still young and relatively healthy. The first benefit to this is if, say, you get in a car accident, become a victim of a pandemic such as COVID-19, discover you have cancer. There are a million things that could go wrong even when you are young that might make a living will and or an advance directive an invaluable document that your medical team can follow and take the responsibility out of the hands of your friends and family. This way, your medical team will know exactly how much care you want and when to stop. There are some among us that do not want to be in a vegetative state, and having those instructions explicitly outlined will help your medical team make the right decisions for you. Another reason why you should draw up a living will or an advance directive while you are still healthy is it will allow you to answer very difficult questions objectively. There will not be emotion involved when you are outlining what your palliative care should be. You will be basing the answers on your current value system and what you want to go through. Answering these questions while you are still healthy will not only save you a lot of emotional stress in the long run, it will also save your friends and family from guessing. The worst thing anyone can do is guess when it comes to medical care. The benefits of having a living will or an advance directive greatly outweigh the uncomfortable questions that you are going to have to answer. This will allow you to receive the medical care you want while avoiding unnecessary suffering and will help your family and friends avoid the guilt that comes with second guessing themselves. They don't want to be wrong. So what does a living will or an advance directive allow you to do? The first thing you can do is appoint someone, such as a friend or family member, to speak to your medical staff on your behalf when you are unable to. It also gives your friends, family, and caregivers peace of mind that your wishes are being met. This takes the guesswork out of your friends or family members telling your medical team what you would want and what you wouldn't want. As I said before, a living will or advance directive also reduces stress because your friends, family members are not guessing about how much care you would like when it comes to end-of-life care. Not only that, it also avoids conflicts because your instructions are already outlined. Family members will not be pitted against each other because their own values, unfortunately, will still shadow their assumptions of what you would want. It's no one's fault. We're human. and this is an emotionally charged time for anyone. So taking the decisions out of others' hands and putting them into your own while you are still healthy will greatly streamline the process. So far, we have been talking about how living wills and advance directives benefit your friends, family, medical team, in-home caregivers. But how does it specifically benefit you? What benefits are you getting over just winging it? Well, the biggest thing is you will be able to set your own end-of-life path. The decision will be yours because the questions have been answered while you are still competent. There is no question about being stressed, being overly emotional. These instructions have been in place for a while. You can choose any path that you want as far as medical care is concerned, whether it be extremely aggressive, save your life at all cost, or incrementally backing down to where you have a do not resuscitate. If you're going to be a vegetable, just let you go, and everywhere in between. Again, it is absolutely based on your individual values, your individual outlook, and what you are willing to endure. Your living will or advance directive are your explicit instructions to your medical team. It is if they are currently speaking to you when you cannot physically speak. That is the importance of a living will or advance directive. We have been talking about the ability to choose your medical care, but what we haven't covered is your living will or advance directive also lets you choose where you want to be to receive your end-of-life care. Now, there may be some restrictions depending on what type of care you need. Basically, if you want to be home and your end-of-life care requires a surgery room, that's not going to work. But in most cases, your instructions and your wishes can and will be met to the best of your medical team's ability. A few more things that your living will or advance directive outlines is the type of surgery or type of procedures you are willing to go through. This is imperative when medical teams are throwing medical terms at your family. It's emotional. They are just signing stuff because they aren't thinking. This outlines exactly what you are willing to go through. In addition to all the medical benefits, you can outline what type of spiritual advisor you want to be present. Whether you're atheist, Catholic, Buddhist, Muslim, pagan, the list goes on and on. You can choose which advisor or which holy person you want with you at the end. You can also limit visitors. You can have a list of visitors that you want included, or you can even have a list of visitors you want excluded. And yes, the hospital, hospice, caregivers, they will follow those directions to the letter. One of the biggest benefits for women to have a living will or advance directive while they are still relatively young is you can outline pregnancy issues. Say for some reason you are in a car accident and you go into labor. Do you want to save the child over yourself, or do you want yourself saved over the child? Those are very sticky questions, and your values, your lifestyle, and your personal makeup will have you answering those questions. This way, your significant other or your doctors are not making that critical decision for you while you cannot speak. While I have covered a lot of information here, there are many more benefits for living wills and advance directives, and you can have them customized to very minute details. It is always highly advisable to speak to an attorney and or a financial advisor when you are drawing up any legal documents, and have them draft the best version you can have that meets your needs. End-of-life care is not something you want to think about while you are still happy, healthy, and living your best life. But if this recent pandemic has taught us anything, circumstances can change within an instant. A living will or advance directive is one of those necessary evils. If you get it out of the way now when you need it, it will be there. It's not something you really have to think about. Your instructions are outlined step by step, and your medical team can just run with it. Don't worry if your outlook or values change throughout your life. This is a very natural form of adulting. You can change, amend, even scrap and renew your living will or advance directive throughout your life. You have the power of choice. If you found this information informative and would like to know more about estate planning, real estate transactions, or even the notary world, anything to do with adulting, hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. In our next video, we're going to back it up a little bit and look at estate planning as a whole and what the different documents and steps you need to take to make sure that you and your family are protected no matter what. So I hope you have a great week. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye!